September 20th, 2024. How's it going, guys? Well, I got another video for you. And what are we going to talk about? Kansas City, Independence, Missouri. We're going to talk about crime. We're going to talk about drugs. We're going to talk about the homeless. Got a lot to show still here. There's a lot going on and keeps going on. It just seems like they just keep adding to it. So where do we begin? Well, let's see. Went up to the casino Wednesday night, and I don't think I can't make one trip out of here where there isn't some kind of a fire truck, ambulance, police run. There's always, and can you imagine how many calls they're getting here in Kansas City and in Independence, Missouri? Just, I don't know, it's just unbelievable. But on top of that, what's, the lying cause of all this? Well, there's some groups that are trying to cause chaos here. There is no doubt. There are groups here. On top of that, we got the drugs that's mixed in with them and the homeless. And, I got thinking about a few things about that today, too, when I was out here on 40 Highway at 6:30 a.m. this morning. And there was one guy half naked up on Lee Summit Road, lives there on the corner now at Lee Summit and 40 Highway is where he lives. And then that vehicle where the gal was passed out with the dogs, it was back down there by Waterfall Park. I would not recommend going in from that direction at all. If you come in from 291. You don't want to come in from that end down there because it just, what kills me too is the trash. I mean, that these people accumulate, they have nowhere to drop their trash. So that's even making it even more bad. I mean, it's just bringing everything down. It looks like a third world country, doesn't it, guys? And it's getting there. They're working on it, working hard to get it there. We're going to show that. But then I got thinking about some other stuff. There were some things that went on last night here around my neighborhood. There's a lot of them here that are on drugs and stuff. Some that belong to those other groups. Even some of the ones even like the witchcraft groups. There's one down here off side street down here. It's just not good, guys. But then it got me thinking about some of this stuff. And I was out, Thursday, I noticed something when I was coming back from the zoo. Off 59th to 60th Street, it looks like a duplex, like a rental duplex place. Looked like there was over almost 100 bags of trash out in front of this duplex. I'm going to show that, guys. Now, way back, we're talking back in about 86, I think it was about 86 or 87. I worked for 3 years at this one apartment out here at Quail Creek Apartments on 40 Highway. Actually, it was owned by Tarantino Properties, Italians. They didn't pay their Italians very well here, but they were actually out of Texas, believe it or not. I remember the gal that, I remember everybody's name like that. I think they said it was like a 6.3 or $6.4 million deal. I don't know if they still own it or not. But we used to have to go in these places, and basically I started at the bottom, worked all the way to the top, and then it just, places like that are just a cutthroat place where they get guys in there, they'll offer them an apartment or a townhouse, and then they want them to work 24/7 and do all that stuff. I never lived there. I wouldn't have done that. They paid me, I think I was getting paid at that place. I think I was getting paid like $7 an hour. Can you imagine, guys? $7 an hour to do full maintenance and everything there. Crazy. But getting on with this, some of these people have a lot of these, not some, maybe I should say a lot of these people have mental problems here in Kansas City. And there's a massive amount. If you want to see more, it wouldn't be more than just being like either a police officer or probably being in a hospital as a nurse. You'd probably contact more people to see what these people really are and how they act. But we would have to go in some of these places, and sometimes there would be 50 to 100 bags of trash. Some of them have rented these places just to get in there for just, a couple, 3 months. Unplug the refrigerator with food. Do you guys know what happens when you unplug the refrigerator with a massive amount of food in it? You get thousands upon thousands of maggots and like meat that's gone bad and stuff. So there was a couple that they actually had a couple of refrigerators. They just had to throw away. They tried to clean them out. We tried to get it, but there was just no way. You couldn't even get the stench out of them. So when I went by this out here, this is either Kansas City, Missouri, or Raytown over there. I think that's Raytown because I've seen Raytown sometimes over there with their police vehicles at some of those places. Not good. And then getting back to the witchcraft bunch. Guys, I took a tarot card class way back, and some of these people aren't firing on all cylinders. And even some of the firefighters. See, the firefighters, I kind of have a beef with them because the thing of it is, some of these they like the drugs. They like the drugs, and that's the thing about it. And a lot of them are connected in with the witchcraft. Now, what I'm going to talk about is actually there's other ones that are like social workers and stuff that's in witchcraft and stuff here in Kansas City. But there was this one gal, and let's see if I can pronounce this. I think it's called coprophagia. Yeah, it's coprophagia. Now, what brought this up, I get to think about this deal that they're doing on YouTube, where they're going back and forth about this gal that supposedly either ate a cat or a dog or something in Springfield or something. But this is a real thing. What this is this gal that was going to this group and the tarot card and stuff. She ate her poop. And it's not good. I mean, it can give medical disorders like seizures, disorders, cerebral athermia, I think it is. It can give you tumors, psychiatric disorders, mental retardation, alcoholism, depression, obsessive compulsive disorders. They can have schizophrenia. Unbelievable. But this lady that was at this witchcraft group that went to it was Shady Groves up there by also Kansas City up there, North River Sacred Groves bunch. They had different locations where they would meet up at for like the tarot cards and places. And finally they started doing it down there by it's kind of by Westport. I forget what that was, some kind of coffee shop or something. But the thing of this was, I got thinking about all this, and these people don't never get any better. I mean, it seems like they never get any better, but I can't imagine somebody eating their poop. But then when they're laughing about this person eating a cat or a dog, it's possible. Anything's possible, no doubt. Because when you're sitting with somebody that's eating their poop, yeah, there's no doubt in my mind here what goes. Like I say, the stuff that goes on here in Kansas City and some of the things that I come across. When I could tell stories, I couldn't even tell some of the stories basically on YouTube, what I know from being out there for 3 years. But that's the deal. And like I say, between the AMRs and the other stuff that was going on here during that pandemic kind of deal and stuff and all that stuff, there was a lot of drugs. It still is a lot of drugs, man. I went through by Gordman's this morning. There was a tow truck there. I assumed that maybe it was Independence. Also has a connection with some businesses, tow trucks that they use, and I just wonder if they had somebody set up there this morning on that. But across the way at the Toys R Us still, there was a guy that was in a vehicle. He was sleeping and in that parking lot. But what you need to ask here, and what you need to ask the officials here is, you got all these churches. Now, some churches are good. Some churches are bad. Some churches are these ones that even believe it or not, they're practicing the Satan and the devil stuff right underneath your eyeballs. You don't even know it. So, I got thinking about all this. and I wanted to talk about it a little bit. We're gonna show some of this stuff. We'll talk as we go here. So hold on. Okay, guys. Now this was Wednesday. I wanted to show that real quick. Like I say, a lot of stuff going on. But this was I think this was AMR here going through this intersection. Yeah, it's AMR right there. Just another run. And there's lots of runs out here in Independence and in Kansas City in general here. So hold on. All right, guys. So this morning when I turned down here at 40 Highway and Lee Summit Road on this corner here, they got almost like a whole little hut like stuff living there now. But I'm gonna. This guy, he didn't have no shirt on. He was right there. And I'm just going to show another angle of it because I want to turn around and went back up. But he was over there on the ground over there. And I get to think about this because what I was going to start to say is the churches. The churches are not allowing these people to be in their parking lots. Why is that? Well, now, if these people are all safe and there's nothing to worry about, then that shouldn't be a problem. They're supposed to be, helping these people, but it doesn't seem like they're getting help. I mean, if the city's not doing it, you'd think the churches, out of their goodness of their heart, would help. Don't seem like they're helping them either. Wonder how come. I mean, are they afraid their stuff's going to get broken at the church and other stuff and different things? I don't know. Makes you wonder. So hold on just a second. All right, guys. So I go down here at the entrance down here by Waterfall Park Bass Pro. I turn around. And that vehicle where the gal was passed out and the dogs were drugged. I mean, I can't imagine them allowing this person to be living here. Now, you guys, when you drive by this place, check that. There's what am I looking to say? Like a manhole cover and something that kind of sticks up out of the ground over here. They put all their trash over there. And man, they pile the trash up. And I don't know. Hold on just a second. There's a picture of it. There's a good clear picture of it. Because I was having to sit at the light and wait for it to turn. So I took a snapshot of it there, let you guys see it. But like I say, I mean, what brings this up as a red flag is that there was a gal that was passed out in the vehicle. And the dogs looked like they had been drugged out in front. I mean, how are you going to walk away from that, man? I mean, here you go. And nothing's being done because this vehicle, they're living there. They're living on the entrance here of the park right here. They're living on the entrance and nothing is being done. Well, if this guy and gal, if they're really trying to, well, why doesn't the, like I say, either the Baptists or the Catholics own this over here? Well, there's a Catholic monastery or whatever they call it down here at the end of Nolan Road. Maybe they could let them park down there and live down there. Hey, guys, I mean, if they're going to help, well, I bet maybe they'd let them do that. I bet they don't, though. These places, they're supposed. I don't see anything getting done. But here, we're going to show this. We're going to show. Oh yeah. I bet they'd be worried too if they'd be bringing drugs in there or steal something or something. Who knows? I don't know. So let's fast forward up here to Gorman's, and then I'm going to show that a couple cars was in the Toys R Us lot. Now, I had problems with this too because I had a guy I went through school with. He actually, he was a welder. He trained to be a welder in Votech. And he was a good welder, but he also got into driving a tow truck. And there's a lot of dirty things that go on. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of dirty things. Between the drugs, between the gals, I mean, there's a lot. I mean, this guy, he got married to this one gal that I dated, and hold on, guys. Well, there goes our fire truck. Let's see, it's 7:40 a.m. Okay, just want you guys to see that. That was right now here on no security cam, making that run. I think there's more coming. Hook and ladder. Oh my God. Now they're making three at a time. Look at this. Well, isn't that interesting? You know, I posted three yesterday where one went back up on the other one. Basically, it had to pull over within about a 45-minute time period. That's pretty weird, ain't it, guys? All right, we'll get back to this. So, anyway, he'd end up taking cars for gals and stuff, and they didn't have the money. They wanted to pay him with we'll just put it with that fringe benefit kind of deal. He just it got to the point where they couldn't do it because of all the miles he's putting on the gasoline. But I just thought that was funny. These tow truck drivers, they get more gals than anything else. But also there's drugs involved too. And the thing of this is you don't know. And you don't know, I mean, I don't know if this is connected with independents up here in place or it could just be somebody else dealing. Hey, you're in that group over there. Let's go do this. So you don't know. So that's why I show this. You know, here you go again. You don't know who's dirty, who's not dirty. So there you go. So hold on. All right, guys. This is 6:30 a.m. this morning. This car is sitting basically windows rolled down. There's a white guy in it. And I guess he's living in the parking lot up here. You know, the difference, though, it's hard to see which ones are, you know, dealing the drugs. They have their locations, their points. Like I say, some of them will get up to the poles or they'll get by the pillars, and that's where they deal the drugs. Other ones are just homeless. Some of them are just homeless, and that's, you know, they're just homeless. But then here you go again. If this guy's so legit and he's homeless, you would think that a church would let him. I mean, my God, we got tons of churches. You know how many parking lots? You know, maybe that's what I should do is take a day out, just drive around and show how many churches is here just in the Independence alone. Well, God, I mean, you would think that they would be lending a helping hand to these people. You know? So hold on. All right, guys. Here you go. Now, have you guys ever looked at this? I mean, this is probably why the churches don't want them in their parking lot. Now, this pile has grown since the day before, last couple of days ago. And don't you just love this, where they crossed out the USA. It says, Jesus loves you. Well, I don't think Paul Bigley, that's got his YouTube channel, not affiliated with the other, I don't think he would agree with that. I think he's trying to cry he believes in the USA. Do you think, you know? But, yeah, isn't that lovely? I mean, I think that says it all right there, huh, guys? And this is that duplex. It's between 59th and 60th Street up on Blue Ridge. There is over 100 bags of trash out in front of this place. Can you believe it? This is Kansas City. This is Independence, Missouri. Somebody looked like they tried to put a tarp over some of the trash. Look at that. I mean, that is a health issue right there. I mean, the city should be able to come out there, remove that stuff if they have to, and then charge the owner of this property. Doing stuff like that, you can't do that, man. I mean, just think. And this is kind of back over in the woody area, off getting close up to 63rd. I can't imagine. Unbelievable. I don't know. But like I say, this is up here off Blue Ridge between 59th and 60th Street. I don't know. I can't tell you if that's Raytown or Kansas City, Missouri. I have seen Kansas City or Raytown police up there before, but I don't know if where the border lines are there. But that is just unreal, unreal, guys. So this is when I drove through this morning, real quick. I want to show that. Let's see, there's that car over there, and then the windows were down. There was a white guy in it. Tow truck sitting over here on the other side. There's a tow truck. And the trash. Oh my God. Look at the trash. See if I can bring in this here so you guys can see this a little bit. Look at all the trash. Yeah, because the homeless, as long as they let them do this, it just brings everything else down. I mean, not good. Not good at all. So let's get on up here a little ways and went back by the motel and by McDonald's. Notice they had chairs out at there again. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's see me. Right here. Now, I noticed the day before they'd cleaned it all up, but these things look like they've been water stained, like they're water damaged, like they'd have mold and stuff on them. Even if they had a conference room there at this, this place used to be a halfway decent place way back. I used to go up there and dance. They used to have like DJs that used to play. You could go up there and dance and stuff. But this is way, way back. But these chairs look like, I mean, I don't know, man. They look horrible. They look like they're water stained and been rained on. Everything else look nasty. And I'll see if I can find that other deal real quick. But let's go on up here. And then we have this vehicle. And like I say, this area is massively known for the drugs. And this wall is like pass out, druggie, and prostitute heaven anymore. Now, there was a guy sitting in this vehicle, clean cut, about 60 years of age. Age don't play a factor here. He was a white guy. Now, maybe this guy was just watching something, or maybe not. But these locations are where they deal. I mean, these are the bad areas. One of these states is now, I don't know if it's Seattle, where they have all the prostitutes and stuff. Now they've got like zones where now they're cracking down on that stuff. And if they catch them either doing prostitution or the rest, drugs, all that, it's like a misdemeanor, if they catch them in those areas. Some of these areas, that's what they should do, is just lock them down, and then they couldn't deal their stuff. But anyway, I wanted to show that real quick. I don't know if this goes into that second one. But there's a vehicle right there. I don't know. Always buy the good old Tire Plus, but this is an alleyway that McDonald's, I still think McDonald's probably owns this. Interesting. This was around 6:30 a.m. this morning, guys. Oh yeah, one more quick little deal. Don't want to get too much off all the other subjects, but I was talking yesterday about these car lots and how some of them are shady, and we was talking about DeLorean and the cocaine and everything. But what I noticed about these lots lately is what I've been watching is, I don't know if you guys can see all these vehicles here. They had about maybe, I don't know, 4 vehicles sitting here for sale, and then they were working on some. In the last, probably, like I say, in the last few weeks, at least 3 to 4 weeks, these lots have become massively full. And I don't know, like I said, I thought, well, maybe they had got, maybe they'd pick some more up, maybe figuring they'd sell them before, school started back in or something like that. Don't know, but I don't know if there's something else more to all this. So it's something that everybody else should keep their eyes on here in Kansas City too. Because for these places to get that full, I even noticed out down here by where Doc Holiday's and the tool shed is across the way, they look like they had cleaned their stuff up down there. I mean, like in back, they had massive, like, it looked like a junkyard in back, but it looked like some of it had got cleaned up somewhat. But this wasn't just about that. This was, like I say, the volume I've noticed increased here. So how do you increase a massive amount of cars like that? Where are they coming from? And if you're not selling that many, I don't know. That just looks weird. Something, like I said, Kansas City probably needs to be taken a look at down here. This is off Blue Ridge. I found it, guys. Because you see all those chairs piled over there. And this guy had nothing to do with the chairs. This guy, he was kind of just dragging along. We won't go there with that, but I don't know. I mean, that was just weird. But those chairs, man, they look like they've been rained on 100 times. What can you imagine, the mold? Oh, that's where I'd want to go. Not good. All right, guys. Let's show that one more time. Like I say, that's up on Blue Ridge between 59th and 60th there. Over 100 bags of trash. All right, guys. We'll wrap this up. Well, I don't know about anybody eating cats or dogs here in Kansas City. Haven't seen that yet, but give it time. But they do eat their poop here in Kansas City. I'll guarantee you that. Anyway, keep your eyes open and stay safe out there.